Does anyone else hear that? That, my friends, is the sound of much, much better audio quality. I'm not using that laptop microphone anymore. I actually came into a new one. Not gonna say where I got it, but the point is, it's way better quality, and it's just so nice to be rid of that stupid-ass buzzing sound. It really is. The bliss of audio quality. Anyway, guys, what's up? Ryan here, and today we have a OU battle against someone by the name of Jibbz. Found this guy on the Showdown ladder, of course, because that's where I go when I want to have Pokémon battles and such. Looking at my team, you can see, well, maybe you can't, because the thumbnails look like they were drawn by Michael J. Fox. But this is actually the Sun team that I uploaded my very first video with. If you don't remember it, I got the Bandit Dragonite, Defensive Forager, Especially Defensive Heatran, Modest Life Orb Kingdra, Offensive Ninetales with Sunny Day and Will-O-Wisp, and I changed the Venusaur, so now it's HP Ice, Earthquake, and Giga Drain, and Growth. And it's pretty good. So, as you can see, my opponent has some kind of pseudo-hail team, I guess. I mean, he's got Abomasnow, but he doesn't really have anything to benefit from the hail. Unless you count Reuniclus, because it's like a damaging weather, but, you know, he doesn't take damage because Magic Guard. Anyway, threats on his end. Abomasnow is always a pain in the ass. I just want to get rid of that thing as quick as possible, because it can pretty much hit all the other weather starters super effectively, and if it's Scarfed or Expert Belted or even Subseed, it is a pain in the ass, man. I don't like Abomasnow too much, so want to get that out of here as quick as possible. The Gliscor can be problematic because it's a goddamn Gliscor. It's gonna try to sub-toxic stall me, all that other crap. Kyurem, depending on the set, I can deal with because I do have 2 steel types and a Banded Dragonite and other stuff. Tentacruel shouldn't be a problem. Heatran really shouldn't be a problem. I have stuff for that. And Reuniclus can be a problem if I don't take it out as quickly as possible, depending on the set. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I opt to lead off with Kingdra because I figure I can threaten pretty much anything as he decides to lead off with Abomasnow. Now, I may have a Sun team, but HP Fire on Kingdra is not common, so I'm just going to go for that first turn as he does leave his Abomasnow in, probably thinking he could take a Dragon-type move, and I'm able to just OKO that thing first turn. So I automatically win the Weather War turn 1. Not too shabby, really good start. So now he sends in Kyurem Black, and obviously he could be Scarfed, so I don't want to risk that, because Kingdra could be useful later, so I'm going to switch out into Yoko, Ninetales, and just set up the Sun, and pretty much fodder it, but he actually pulls a double into his Heatran, probably predicting my Ninetales switch, because it was pretty obvious. But here, I'm just going to go for HP Ground, because no one expects HP Ground on a Ninetales either. God, I love these random hidden powers sometimes. And I have it specifically for Heatran, which takes a nice 46% as he lays down the Stealth Rocks and shows me the Protect, proving he's defensive. I do go for Fire Blast this turn because I just thought he would switch, because he could switch into Gliscor, be immune, try to get up a sub, that kind of thing. But that's not what happens. And now that I think about it, I would be faster than Gliscor. But either way, he is going to switch into the Kyurem Black, as I'm going to go for HP Ground again, trying to get that Heatran out of my sight, because I don't like Heatrans when I'm not using them. But he shows me the leftovers on Kyurem Black, so I know I'm faster, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to Will-O-Wisp him and make him useless. So as I burn him, he does set up the sub, which is fine by me, because that confirms my suspicion that he is the sub Dragon Tail set, probably also has Roost and I guess Home Claws. So I'm just going to go for Fire Blast, not wanting to leave him behind a free sub, but I do miss, and he's able to hit the Dragon Tail and gets me right the hell out of there as he Dragon Tails me into Venusaur. Now, that's really not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know if I can break his sub right off the bat, so I'm going to opt to switch the hell out of there and go into Heatran instead of Fortress. I go into Heatran because I resist the Dragon Tail, and I want him to Dragon Tail me out into Fortress so I can get off the Rapid Spin, as he does actually decide to go for Roost here, which isn't a bad play, but I don't know why he's still trying to, I guess he's trying to get like Stealth Rock damage on my stuff, because this is a Sun team. So I go for Stealth Rocks as he goes for Dragon Tail again, probably hoping to catch Ninetales or Dragonite on the, you know, force out. But thankfully, I actually get Dragon Tailed into Fortress, so I'm able to just rapid spin away those stupid hazards, as well as set up my own if he wants to be that guy and just stay in and keep going for Dragon Tails, which is fine by me. So I do decide to just rapid spin as he switches out, and I respect that because he's not one of those guys that's like, derb, don't waste the free sub, blah. And he goes into Tentacruel, more than likely to get off a rapid spin of his own. That's fine with me though, and I'm just going to opt to Volt Switch out of there. As for some reason he goes for T-Spikes. I really don't know why he did that, but whatever. To each their own. So I Volt Switch on out of there, and I actually go into Venusaur because A, I do have the Earthquake and I can destroy that Tentacruel, and B, because I can absorb the Toxic Spikes. So this turn I'm predicting him to either rapid spin or try to set up again, so I'm just going to go for Growth in the Sun, get up a nice healthy boost, as he does just go for rapid spin, which is great for me. Excuse me guys. But now I have +2 Venusaur in the Sun, just chilling. He really doesn't have too much to do about this, so he's going to go into Heatran as I decide to get greedy and go for Growth again, because I know he can't do much to me unless for some reason he had Ice Beam, or Blizzard or something, which I've actually seen people run, but thankfully he doesn't. He goes into Heatran trying to counter me, but like I said, I have Earthquake on this Venusaur just to, just to get rid of Heatrans. Good lord, I don't like Heatran, like I said. But now he goes in Kyurem Black. I know he's going to Dragon Tail me out, but I still figure I may as well just stay in here while I can, get off some nice damage, and I do, with Giga Drain. Does 42% on a resisted hit to a Kyurem Black. That is impressive. Good job, Venusaur. As he ends up, Dragon Tailing me out into my Fortress, which is fine. And here, he either predicts my Volt Switch or predicts me to try to lay down some hazards. But either way, he's just going to send in the Gliscor as I'm not allowed to Volt Switch, which sucks for me. But whatever. He gets his Toxic Orb, and I could set up 3 layers of spikes on him just to be that guy. But I'd rather just try to break his stupid substitute with a Gyro Ball. But as you can see, one Gyro clearly isn't going to break that thing, as he's going to get his Toxic Orb. But I know he can't do much to me because I'm a Fortress. He goes for Earthquake, does a measly 21%. I can take those for days, obviously, and he can't Toxic me or anything else. So I go for Gyro again, which is pretty great. But it still doesn't break the stupid sub, so he might be fully defensive or something. So he uses Earthquake again, and at this point he's still doing 20%, and I finally break the sub. And I obviously can't stay in here because I don't have that much PP left, and he can stall me out of Gyro Balls before I stall him out of stuff. So I'm forced to go into Kingdra now, just because it's like the most expendable thing I have at this point. He gets up another sub because he's just got to be that guy, as I'm going to go for Dragon Pulse just to break it, as he's going to go for the Toxic, because that's what Gliscors do. Quite annoying, but I can't do anything about it. Whatever though. So he does Toxic me, as he gets his Toxic Orb again, and now he's going to go for Protect, because that's just what you do when you're a Gliscor, of course. As I go for Draco, just trying to kill anything really, because I forgot he's got that Kyurem B he could fodder at any time. And he's not going to risk the double Protect, I know. So I'm safe to just go for another Draco, as he does decide to sack the Kyurem Black here. Good play on his part, and that made me smile, because he's not a noob. He actually knows what he's doing, and that's all I really want in an opponent anymore. So yeah. I'm at 25% now, meaning a little bit more recoil will, not recoil, but toxic damage will definitely take me out. As he goes into Reuniclus, which is another good play because he can freely set up at least one Calm Mind or Trick Room or whatever he has. Turns out he's a Trick Room variant though, and because he didn't get Dragonite earlier when he was doing his Dragon Tail shenanigans, he didn't break my multi-scale, so he's just going to Side Shock me to get damage and break my scale, as I'm just going to go straight for Outrage, and look at that. OKOing a Reuniclus with a Dragonite. I accidentally paused the battle, I'm sorry guys. But yeah. He's going to go into Gliscor now, and he will be faster than me because of his Trick Room, which is fine. Just going to go for Outrage though, no reason not to, and also I'm kind of locked into it. But now my Outrage ends, which is also fine. So here I make a switch into Kingdra just because it's already toxic, so he can't poison that or anything. And if he tries to sub-protect stall me, I will at least be able to make sure he's not behind a free substitute if I play this right. And if he plays this right. So, he is faster than me because of Trick Room, and he does go for Protect, of course, and pretty much just stalls out the last turn as I go for Dragon Pulse. And now I guess he miscounted the turns here, because as you can see, the Trick Room wears off. So I'm just going to go for Dragon Pulse to break his sub, and he goes for Earthquake, probably thinking he's still faster than me because of the Trick Room, but no, it did wear off, so he's not behind a sub anymore. And that is absolutely incredible, because now I can get rid of this stupid thing. So now all I really have to do at this point is send in Venusaur, and it's going to be my game, obviously, because I go for HP Ice and destroy that Gliscor, and all he has left is the Tentacruel, which will of course die to my Earthquake. So that is going to be the game. It was actually a pretty fast and pretty short game. You know, he runs here, of course. But yeah, pretty good game, I thought. This guy definitely wasn't a noob, and it made me smile because he knew what he was doing, you know? And for once, I didn't get destroyed because I got an opponent who was clueless about the game and things and stuff. And yeah, just brings me a nice, happy, warm feeling inside. So I think that'll about do it for this one, guys. I have submitted something to be uploaded to the Global Trainer Syndicate, which, if you guys didn't know, is like the new PMP, basically. Gonna put an annotation on the screen right about now, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, that would be pretty cool, and I would probably love your face. Don't know when my battle will be going up, but I will definitely post a notification video to this channel when it does, so if you don't feel like subscribing to another community Pokemon channel, then you obviously don't have to. What else is there to talk about? You know, I think that's about it, so I'm gonna end this video with a hilarious blooper that happened earlier when I first tried to narrate this, because my dog decided to bark and my sister laughed at me, and it was all just pretty bad times. So, with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Take care. And try to cripple it, and luckily I don't miss. And I wisp that stupid ass Kyurem B. Max, you son of a bitch! That's the second time you've done this shit! God damn it!